to the CES Las Vegas, your first byton.
I'm very moved standing here today. It will be the most intelligent and intuitive electric car for the age of autonomous driving and shared mobility.
It's my great pleasure to welcome you here at the Design Week in Milan.
We look at product design, we look at furniture design, so very strong inspiration.
This is the place to be.
We are sharing our byton concept with an audience which is into the future of technology.
It's an amazing place to be, an excellent place for electromobility.
It's very important to us that we are in a direct dialogue with the people. It's not about refining cars, it's about refining life. Welcome to our first byton night here in Shanghai.
Our second concept car, the byton K-Byte, delivers a perfect blend of elegance, style, luxury and sportiness.
The co-creation is one example of what makes the difference. We want to do this together.
This is actually the way to go.
Our opinions are being valued.
Meeting people who are sharing the same value and sharing the same understanding of creating something new.
It's so exciting, unbelievable,
unforgettable.
byton is really pushing the edge of affordable electric cars.
The next age is about smart intuitiveness.
byton is a brand which really wants to provide people with enjoyable time on the move.
This is byton's first year at TechCrunch.
We're trying to disrupt the automotive industry by combining the world of consumer electronics with classical automotive.
The car culture in California is a great place.
Having a conversation with our fans and potential customers is extremely important to us.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CES Las Vegas, the largest startup event on the planet. Welcome to the byton press conference. As this is for most of us the first event in this fresh new year 2019, I'd like to use the opportunity to wish you all a Happy New Year. Many of you have been with us right from the start and witnessed the byton journey so far. And as you have seen in this film, it has been quite an exciting and fast-paced journey. One might say we're on a fast forward to the future. I'm part of this journey. My name is Henrik, and I'm the Vice President of Marketing at byton. And herewith, I welcome you to the future. To that we say, it's about time. It's about time that we all, you and I, stop wasting time while being stuck in traffic. It's about time that all facets of your digital world finally coexist in your car. It's about time because, yes, time is of the essence. Once spent, we are not getting any of it back. It's gone forever. This is why we at byton are dedicated to giving time back to you, to taking the downtime, the lost time in traffic, and making it more enjoyable and productive. We are dedicated to giving you personal time to be yourself. We create time for you by leveraging the newest technology available so that you have your personal time to be. I see many familiar faces and also many new faces, which I truly appreciate. So to our old and new friends, thank you for joining us. You might recognize another familiar face with us today, the byton M-Byte concept, our first model we introduced here at CES Las Vegas last year. Today, it's here with the next member of the byton family, introduced last year at CES Asia in Shanghai, our second model, the byton K-Byte. And today, we're here to share with you the next phase of the byton journey. And to officially get our journey underway, please welcome our chairman of the board, our CEO and co-founder, Carsten Breitfeld, and our president and co-founder, Daniel Kirchert.
Thank you, Henrik. Wow, so many people around here, so many people interested in byton. This is really exciting for us. So I would like to give you a warm welcome to all of you, being investors, potential investors, media, customers, and fans. There's one guy I want to mention especially. I met him some months before on a tech conference, and I was surprised to see his understanding of the future of mobility and of startup mentality and culture. The interesting thing is he had been world champion in Formula 1 in 2016. His name is Nico Rosberg, and we are very honored that you are joining us today, Nico. Welcome. Okay, once again, welcome to all of you, and Happy New Year.
Yeah, it feels amazing to be back to CES for the second time. I also wish all of you a Happy New Year.
So the byton team has been on an incredible journey since we founded the company in 2016. In 2017, we officially launched the byton brand, and exactly 1 year ago, we stood here on this stage for the world premiere of our byton M-byte concept.
Yes, and today, after 1 year, we now have two vehicles, the byton M-byte and also the byton K-byte. And what you see here, the byton M-byte concept is 80 to 90% representative of the byton M-byte, which you will see on the road by the end of this year. And today, our vision, which inspired us originally to set up this company, not even 3 years ago, to make the time you spend traveling by car more enjoyable and more productive, will become a reality in 2019. It's the introduction of the byton M-byte. In 2019, it's about time we deliver on our promise and we bring our vision to reality.
So how could we achieve this? To design and develop the byton M-byte, we built upon our extensive automotive expertise, and we created a tech company with digital technology as our core competency. To achieve this milestone, we went from thinking mechanically to thinking digitally. And the innovative and stylish byton M-byte delivers our vision. So ladies and gentlemen, please make up your mind and take a look. So the byton M-byte brings what we call the smartphone moment to the world of mobility. And it's doing so by combining two state-of-the-art platforms. The first one is our EV platform. It has a range of up to 325 miles, along with an affordable starting price around 45,000 US dollars. And doing so, the byton M-byte provides functionality and capability for everyday usage. And it is ready for level 3 autonomous driving. The second platform is our own open digital cloud platform, which we call byton Live. And byton Live connects your applications, your data, and your devices to one ecosystem. So together, these two platforms transform those four wheels into what we call the next generation smart device, integrating all aspects of your digital life, all while on the move, or while standing still in traffic jams, or whenever. So in other words, the byton M-byte could become the most important device in your digital life, and we are very much convinced that it will do so. The byton M-byte reinvents and transforms your journey through the use of artificial intelligence and machine learning.
Yes, and thanks to these two platforms and their flexible architecture, this and all future byton vehicles will be capable and ready to embrace the mobility megatrends, including electrification, connectivity, autonomous driving, ride-sharing, personalization, and even the unimagined trends of the future. In a manner of speaking, the byton platforms are timeless solutions because they are updatable. This open-ended, flexible architecture makes byton a truly digital company, more than a traditional automotive company. In essence, we are a digital startup. We think digitally. It's all about ultimate customer experience and user experience. It's in our DNA. And we are less attached to legacy solutions and more focused on being nimble, agile, and finding creative solutions to mobility. We are also a global company that leverages locations with the best infrastructure, and we go where the best talent is. Our journey continues to be one of expansion, as we are building our global footprint. During 2018, we tripled our talent pool, growing from 500 to more than 1,500 employees. And this is a very diverse group of highly talented, highly passionate and dedicated automotive engineers, user interface engineers, software developers, vehicle designers, and so on, from more than 20 countries.
Thank you so much, Daniel. So how could we achieve all this? By thinking digitally and acting globally, we have just managed to bring M-byte into a reality in only 28 months. A traditional company requires 48 to 60 months to take a vehicle from concept to production, just to give you an idea how a traditional car company is working. And in fact, when byton M-byte will roll out of the assembly line later this year, it will be only 39 months in the making. And I hope you would agree that we could really call this speed to market. And it will be loaded with innovative features and capabilities. The byton M-byte is the first car to propel full connectivity on the go, thanks to multiple antennas, great bandwidth, and 5G compatibility. And there's yet another first among firsts. When you rethink the car, you must start with a clean slate. And when you put the users, so I'm talking about the driver and all the passengers, at the center of your rethink, then you will discover new possibilities. And when you think of the car as a central part of a user's smart device ecosystem, then the result can really be revolutionary. And that revolution is our byton M-byte. It will completely change your in-car experience thanks to groundbreaking user interface, new user interface, which is bold, intuitive, and intelligent. And now it's about time that you see what you will experience once you take delivery of your byton M-byte and sit inside. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a world premiere. No one saw it before. I'm happy to present you the serial production user interface of the first byton car, or byton M-byte. Enjoy.
Stretch. Spin. Swipe. Pinch. Field. Dutch. Fillet. Dutch.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is not science fiction. This is what the byton M-byte will deliver. It gives me and the entire byton team a great pride to announce that this highly intuitive user interface is truly ready for production. This user interface features a number of industry firsts from a technological standpoint. The centerpiece is our, we call, shared experience display, which is a 40-inch display, the first 40-inch display ever fitted into a car. It's a curved, high-resolution display, presents vital driving information such like vehicle performance and navigation and so forth. But it also displays digital content such as entertainment, productivity tools, contacts, health data, and all the digital products and services you are come to expect. The driver controls this display using another industry first. And this is a 7-inch multi-touch screen driver tablet, complicated name, which is mounted in the middle of the steering wheel. And it will stand still while the steering wheel rotates. For a full interactive access by the front seat passengers, there's a console mounted holding an 8-inch high-resolution multi-touch screen, which we call the byton touchpad. And this system is the first of its kind to give driver and passengers 5 interaction points with the car. So you can use touch, voice control, facial recognition, hand gestures, as well as a reduced set of buttons. Finally, all of this functionality is made possible by the first byton operating system, which we call bytOS, And this operating system brings digital content to life.
Indeed, when customers first encounter this amazing, highly intuitive user interface, they might think, it's about time that a vehicle made my time more productive. It's about time that the digital ecosystem incorporated all aspects of my digital life. And it's about time that all those features are incorporated in a stunning interior design.
So ladies and gentlemen, now it's time to have a closer look to this great design. And there's somebody here to talk about this great design who can do it better than anyone else. It's our Vice President of Design. Let's welcome Benoit Jacob.
Thank you, Carsten. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. When we, exactly 1 year ago, revealed that the M-byte concept here on this very stage, I must say that has been a truly exciting journey for the design team. But what I can also tell you is we, of course, revealed, left alone this car, many of the images of this interior. What you see here is the concept car. And I can tell you, over the last year, talking with some of you, media, friends, colleagues, no one would really believe that we would bring what you see here as reality. No one would believe we would be able to bring such of a large screen and the components or the user interface that Carsten just described. But what I can tell you, or confirm again today over the picture that you just saw, we just did it. And there's a small more thing that demonstrates that. It takes just a second. That really demonstrates that this interior is no longer reality. I need to see now the next morphing. Yeah, that's exactly what happens. And look at that. This is the production interior. This is really what we're going to bring at the end of the year in the street. And this is, I must say, probably as a designer, I can speak also for my team, this is probably the first time ever. Typically, a show car will promise a lot, and you will eventually find back in the production car some very small details, maybe some hints, but never the big picture. And this is truly unique. That's also the mission that I gave to the design team, to simply do the production car better than the show car, make it more futuristic, make it, of course, safer, make it also ergonomically better. This is the task that we simply took. It's a big challenge, but we believe that we were able, actually, to make a step further in terms of design refinement against this concept car. And this is truly new. And this is, in a way, like really like this vision of what is a smart device on wheels. This really reflects this in a very cohesive manner. And if we look into detail, zooming to the SCD, this is exactly the very same screen as this show car. This is exactly the 48-inch widescreen down to the last pixel. This is the same component, and actually the component that we had in this show car was already the target component. That was also what makes us like very different against some other company, where we really use the show car to develop and implement what we really believe in. And then this screen is, of course, meant to deliver the digital content, as you, Carsten, already described. Of course, the traditional content as like navigation, multimedia, or vehicle information, but it is also designed to integrate some future use case. For example, the car is designed for relatively long life cycle, as always, but digital products have much shorter life cycle. And this makes us like very future-proof in such a way we will be able to update at a very regular time this vehicle. So it's not designed for the next 7 years, but instead designed on a day-to-day basis. And the screen is exactly made for that. Another detail, if we zoom now to the steering wheel assembly, which is also something that no one did believe that we would really bring that into reality. And what you see here is, again, the very same concept, the driver tablet right under the finger. This will give you access to control, of course, the main functions of the car, the basic functions. We just added to it a couple of other functions. You see either side some art keys, which we thought also were necessary for quick access two main functions. You can also see behind the steering wheel some stalks, because we simply believe like some conventional or bulletproof solutions are also meaningful for a good user interface. A good user interface doesn't have to reinvent everything. It has to rely also on proved and safe solutions, and this is the case of these two stalks activating respectively like blinker and the wipers. And below the touch pad, you of course see also the airbag, because now this is the production car. It had to go slightly bigger, of course. This is a full-size volume airbag, and this is what we were able to integrate, I must say, in this masterpiece of engineering. Then, moving to the center line, we have like another device that Carsten just described. This is, let's say, the driver, the central touchpad. This is essentially aimed at the passenger. The driver, of course, can use it, but he has already his own little tablet. This is more for the passenger. And although like, you will be able to interact with this vehicle by voice or gesture control, you have to also rely sometimes physically, interacting physically with the vehicle and controlling the different functions over the touchpad. And then when we move up, we see another unit, which is quite interesting, that looks a little bit like a spaceship. Actually, that's the way we described it within the design team. And that integrates, again, another set of functions. You will, of course, need the air vents at the right position, at the right height. Comfort is also paramount when it comes to the driving experience. And you see below that we integrated the Pierre&D buttons. It's very simple. It's not far away from the steering wheel. It's, again, a perfect ergonomic position within reach, and relatively intuitive, relatively simple, just some button to press. You don't have to open a manual to understand how intuitive this car is working. And you may probably wonder what is sitting on top of this old unit. There's this like sort of design element. It is actually a safety device in the form of like a camera system, which will monitor you as a driver, whether you are attention or not, in the case of L3 autonomous driving, because we will, of course, offer this car with that level of autonomy. And now we clearly see how we reflect also our design strategy, which we call new semantic. I already shown you back then how the new technologies such as autonomous driving and digitalization will influence car design, and this is a very concrete way that we demonstrate today. And all in all, if we zoom back to the overall picture, we of course wanted to do also an interior as a premium brand, or that reflects a premium brand. So it will be crafted also with the nicest material. We will, of course, bring some innovative material, but also traditional craftsmanship, such as leather. And this offered, of course, in a variety of colors and finishes. What you see today is only one of the variants, but we will be able to offer many more. And on top, we will, of course, this whole interior is designed to really comply with all of the hardest safety requirements worldwide. This car is really designed for the whole world safety requirements. It integrates, of course, airbags and all these sort of things. And again, to stretch that, this is no longer a show car. This is no longer a show business. This is what we will now deliver. But now, to conclude shortly, it would be now more important to know what can you really do with this vehicle, because what you see is, of course, I believe, interesting. But I think even more interesting is what is exactly the experience that you will be able to achieve or have within this car. And I would like, for this very reason, call on stage my two colleagues, or call back Henrik and Abe Chen. We will basically give you a clear insight about the user interface concept.
Thank you, Benoit.
Thank you.
Thank you, Benoit. Whew, what a great time to be alive, right? With all the technology development going on, it seems anything is possible. There's so much going on, actually, that we easily get distracted. Our goal at byton is to use technology and at the same time reduce distractions. In other words, byton's goal is to generate meaningful innovation, meaningful experiences, better experiences in your vehicle. At byton, we are not making changes for the sake of change. We don't pursue technology for its own sake. You might think of byton's philosophy this way. Technology is developing very rapidly in multiple areas, we all know. Simultaneously, consumer demand and expectations are increasing. Where those lines intersect, this is our focus. This is where we find meaningful innovation. At byton, our focus is on users, our focus is on you. Specifically, our focus is time, providing you with more enjoyable time.
Essential to that is collecting data and using it intelligently. Every byton user gets a byton ID, which aggregates all of your data in one place. The more your data you share with your vehicle, the share with your other users, the more data you share with your friends, as well as more bytons on the road, then the more that can be done with all those data points. Collected, reorganized, correlated in the cloud, and shared with the vehicle. All focus on generating meaningful experience for you. Now we're going to talk about artificial intelligence. We're talking about artificial intelligence, machine learning, to a level never seen before in a vehicle. Let's look at a real-life example, something you might be familiar with. Say a couple's on the road, it's near dinner time. Each person has a different food preference, what they ate for lunch today or dinner yesterday. Mary might want seafood. She's thinking about fish, taco, shrimp, lobster. At the same moment, Peter's hungry, right? Peter wants a filet mignon or ribeye on the bone with maybe a nice baked potato. Think it'll lead to disagreement? Have you ever been in this situation before? Now imagine your byton knows all of this information up front about you. It knows the time of day, how long you've been on the road, your destination, how much longer